I'm just above average on the intellect. That's it.
Respect, respect. All right, so y'all, what's going on, y'all? We up in here, man. We got Bobby Cash up in here. Definitely inside of mine, Bobby Cash. He, we've
What's
been
up with
playing
y'all?
cat and mouse. Yeah, we've been playing cat and mouse to get him back on the dang show. But finally, it took like what 2 or 3 weeks, right?
Facts, facts. You had to let me get in order. I want to thank Young Grumpler. I want to thank Mo Facts, and I want to thank Ayo for, you know what I'm saying, put me up on some higher game with myself. So I've been stepping away even from my own YouTube to get things more focused. I appreciate everyone though.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So okay, like so, this is pretty much your you steering this show. You know what I'm saying? So what do you want to like piggyback off of, or what you want to get into? Kind of. What did you like? You know what I'm saying?
Basically, we can open mic this thing. Like I just want to give y'all an intake on being able to see what Bobby Cash is. The mind of Bobby Cash is not to annoy people or to, you know what I'm saying, try to tear people from something that they always known. The mind of Bobby Cash is to stroke your intellect just like you stroke your own ego daily. Since I've been on this earth, I've always seen the highest potential in other people because of how I was built myself. And they always say self-reflection is what you see in other people. So as I listen to everyone daily, feel like there's nobody hearing them cry out or nobody cares. It's like, nah, somebody cares, but on the end of the day, you will have to learn to readjust to know that that care is not going to come in the form that you want, but it's going to come in the form that will help you out the best. And it's not my rules, it's just rules. Put it like this, it's just showing you the cards you were dealt and how to play them actually.
Dang, that's deep right there. Can you go more into deep? We mean like the cards that you are dealt and deal with it. Like what do you mean by that though? Like example.
An example of the cards you would dare say like me and you, we will be seen as two people who made it out, like two brothers who were born with it. You see what I'm saying? Because of how we speak. If people didn't really sit down and go through the lives and go through the shows that you know what I'm saying, you audio record before and hear things out, they would think we was two brothers who came from well statured backgrounds and we ain't ever been in the streets, and that's farthest from it. What actually brought me to my point to see that I was actually built for this side of the stick was actually being able to go in the streets whenever I wanted to. Being able to just leave and go on the streets and do violent shit all you wanted to, that puts a whole nother look on you. That knowing you have that type of power at a young age really sets your mind on a whole nother level. Just like it would just be like them young boys in Chicago. They can't get enough killing. They can't quit killing because it's in their blood so much. It's a power that most people don't get to experience. And it's like they didn't try to. It's just like, all right, I have the freedom to do this, but they just got sucked in. I didn't get sucked in. I just wisdom always hit me when death could, put it like that.
Dang, dang. It just hit you. So that was something that you was more attracted to, like that went like flow within you. You
Yeah,
went
it
in
was more
alignment.
fluid. Like I ran with the hood. I won't ever say I didn't. But amongst the hood while we was doing that shit, I always seen that I was always doing shit intellectually. It's like they want to go jump a motherfucker, say that them jumping, I'll be the one be like, all right, I'll stand back in case anybody move or some shit like that. I'll pop their ass because I was always the one who had guns and shit like that. So it's like my intellect always let me overshadow and have hindsight bias. So whenever I was in the street, I didn't have to fake like a nigga, but I also could, and I can move with them fluidly, but also having plenty of scenarios to get myself out of shit.
All right, so talk about the complications of you. I'm not gonna say it was complicated for you, but talk about the effort that you have put on switching. You know what I'm saying? When we was
No,
talking about
that
this a
was
while back.
complicated. But that
Go
shit
ahead.
was complicated. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all like the way I sound now, most people would think that I'm just chill. Man, when I was younger, I'd kill shit real quickly. Like I was a man, I was when they say too smart for your own fucking good, I was too smart. Let me tell y'all a story, man. I was so intellectual as a child. I wanted this Pokemon book. I'm at story time. Story time. I hope you don't mind, Grump. It's just a little insight.
Nah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Let
So
me put
like
that little. All right, now go ahead.
so I was big into Pokemon Girl. That's when they had first hit and shit. So I used to collect all the cards. Like your boy had everything from plain to holographic in the same nature in Japanese. Well, it got to the points to where they started coming out with the Pokédex book and shit like that. So I went to Kmart when Kmart was bumping with my mom one night, and it was just like a night tonight. So the whole time I'm
Hold on,
actually
Bobby. Hold on, Bobby. Bobby, hold on. You had your voice had went in. You was loud, and then you sound like you far away from the phone now.
sorry about that. Yeah, I'm sorry,
Are
man.
you good now? You good now?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I said, what's the last thing you heard?
You said Pokemon with your mom, something
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
Pokemon was coming out with the Codex book that before Mewtwo even hit the screen. So everybody wanted to know what Mewtwo and shit was like, and it had the secret cards in the pack. So man, I kid you fucking not. Before we even got to the store, this is how I set it up. I said I know the metal detectors don't work, and my mom always leaves me behind when she hits the corner. And then I also know that this guy who stands in the front is not gonna be there long. He just checked to see if a woman is coming in with children who were like 12 and older. Like I swear to God, my mom was fully on that page. So everything went accordingly. We hit that aisle to where the Pokemon cards and shit was at because it was on the same aisle with like home decor magazines and shit. So everything happened as planned. My mom and my sister went around the corner. Boom! I grabbed that bitch slickly. As soon as I turned around, the man was walking off. I slickly just zipped my jacket down, put it in my jacket, hid it in there, and the whole time nobody knew shit. Like, bro, it got to the point to where God was eating me up so bad. We was on the way home, and I literally asked my mom. I said, "What happens if you get caught stealing?" And her knowing how intellectual I was, the first thing that came out of her mouth, she said, "Boy, your ass better not have took anything with your slick ass." When I say God was eating me up so bad, I told my mom God was gonna get me. Boy, she slammed on brakes and turned around and took me back to the store and told the man he could bust my ass himself if he wanted to. So my mind has been playing with wisdom since long as I can remember. Like that's why I try to tell people it's like the way I come off, I swear I don't mean to be rude. It's just knowing what your mind can do if you actually set it to that. I want to see that experience on all melanated people. I get tired of seeing melanated people seem like they don't got no way out or they're not going to have any chance of peace or freedom until they leave this earth. It's not the truth.
And what do you think? Is okay. I'm gonna tap into that sector just a little bit when you
But
saying about the our brothers and sisters. From the media's eyes, like how what was the engine that was producing that? Like, what's the engine on making that, creating that mindset? We know it's false, though. You know, where it's like we ain't gonna own nothing until we die, or this and that.
the
What,
what creates
but
that false mindset is attaching you're attached to you're attached to a label that has a whole bunch of misery behind it. And what I mean by that is, and I mean no disrespect if you don't know who you are yet, because these labels you hold dearly to you. And I'm gonna say that before I get to what I'm saying. Being black is a business. Now, this is why I need people to listen who love to claim black. Being black is a business at the end of the day. Hold on, before I even finish this, state your question over again so they know I'm not being rude. State it over again.
oh, you talked about earlier. I said, what was the engine that was being produced behind this that created these false
Yeah. Oh,
mindsets
you good.
within?
I just
Yeah.
needed you to say engine so people won't think something bad happened to me. You know what I'm saying? So I just started not liking, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't like black people.
Oh,
What
okay. I get what
created
you're
it?
saying. Go ahead.
Yeah, what created? And remember, I told you last time I was going to critique on doing stuff like that. So I really listened to you.
Yeah,
But
that's what's up.
what got me is growing up, my family didn't have to go by black. Like my mother is damn near white. I'm being serious. Like everybody on my grandfather's side is damn near white almost. And on my grandmother's side, they're Seminole complexion. Like they're beautiful dark skinned people. Like they're beautiful dark skinned people. But the one thing that made me click was I never got the first person who told me I wasn't an N-word, a nigga was a Klansman. And if y'all want to hear that story, let me get the sound effect. All right, story time. So I grew up with these two people named Sonya and Craig. They had 8 children. Both of their parents was heavy into the Klan. And when I mean heavy into the Klan, they didn't like no form of niggas, white niggas, black niggas, any type of nigga they had a beef with because they was on some righteous shit, meaning we had to come here. They know the history. We had to come here from Europe. We just want to mind our fucking business. Well, I'll ask this man. His name was Earl. I can call Earl's children right now on my phone as we speak. His name is Earl. I asked Earl could I use his bathroom one day because I was down his house playing with his children, well, his grandchildren and his children. Earl stopped me and he said, "Son, let me tell you something. He said, let me tell you about this word that most people are going to try to challenge you with, but it's not you. He said, you are not a nigga because your skin is a little bit tanner than mine, or probably can get tanner than mine. He said, let you know what a nigga is. A nigga is somebody who's always trying to tear you down or want something negative for you and have nothing positive to say for you. A nigga is somebody who will project and assume on you before they even get to know who you are. And always remember that.
Dang,
Man, that
that
shit
is.
stuck with me to this day.
Hold,
Soon as he
my
finished
bad,
it,
Bobby. Bobby,
go
my
ahead, go
bad.
ahead.
Repeat that last part that you said when he was saying about when he was explaining to you because you had said it too fast. Go ahead, my brother.
Oh, he said, you're not a nigga. He said, a nigga is anyone who wants bad for you and who can project and assume you are a person that you are not just by looking at you and not knowing a damn thing about you. Your skin color cannot ever make you a nigga when it is the mind who makes a person ignorant.
Okay. I like that. I hear you now. Hey,
And that was the first person that told me I wasn't a nigga. You know who the first person that told me I was a nigga?
hold on. Who's that?
A black person.
Oh man, damn, man.
You see what I'm saying? And
And what was the situation on that? Do you
it
remember?
was just the fact that they didn't like the fact that growing up they didn't see me as black because I wasn't. I grew up with my tribe, so in order for them to feel comfortable with me, they'd be like, "You a nigga anyway. You a nigga because they say I'm a nigga." And if you sit around black people long enough and you be like, "You not black." That's the response they'll give you. I'm black if them white people think I'm a nigga. If the white people think I'm a nigga, that's the
So what?
response you always get. So my whole life seeing people actually believe that this is true, I've watched a group of people decline so fastly due to their own music killing them on the inside. It's the double suicide entendre is what I'm gonna call it. Meaning you call yourself a nigga, but
Who?
all your verses state that you're killing niggas, and then at the end of your verse you are that nigga. That was a triple homicide with a manic depression act on top of it.
Hey, hold on, my brother Bobby. Hold on. You got to
Go ahead. Sorry about
You
that.
got
Sorry about
no,
that.
no. You good. You doing good. You just going a little quick. Just bring that back again because about the double. What was that word you
It's
had
a
used again?
double homicide entendre.
Okay, double homicide entendre. I got
And I'm
you.
gonna give you
Go
an
ahead.
example of what I mean. Say we rapping a song and the verse starts out, I'm that nigga, and it's all positive. Then the middle of that verse switch, I'm not like those niggas, I'll kill those niggas, F those niggas, I don't fuck with niggas at all. And then it switches to the end of the verse because I am that nigga. There's no
Oh, okay.
such thing as different types of nigga. A nigga is a nigga, period. So you just genocide yourself and everything that looks like you in the same sentence at the same time.
So, off of you think based off of emotions is when they like feel as though that word could be used for a positive or negative or neutral, response. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. But how? How can you take something that doesn't ever have a negative? Hold on, sorry about the burp. How
You
can
good?
okay then? That's like saying we need to take the term slave and make it something cool too. It's
Okay.
the
Okay.
same shit. It has the same effect as the word nigga do. So we should be able to call each other slaves. But this is where black people, even in their own mind, know this. You remember those videos we was like seeing? I don't think you remember, but I think one of us had posted it where it had that Klansman sitting there in a chair, and he was like, the only thing we needed black people to do last for us is start calling each other nigga. They was already killing each other. The
Oh,
last
okay.
thing they yeah, the
Yeah, my
last
bad.
thing they need to do is start calling each other nigga. And black people know that's what they're doing to themselves. They do know that's what they're doing to themselves. But at the
My
same
bad.
time, the only way that they don't want to be exposed for keeping each other in slave mentality is the fact that they don't want to call each other slaves. They're waiting on white people to do it.
So I get what you're saying. It's like trying to a derogatory term. They're trying to like wait for the other people to call them that so they can reverse it, kind of. But I'm gonna go a little. I'm gonna take a detour real quick,
Go ahead.
Bobby. What about the what about the straight B word though? You know what I'm saying?
So
How did that?
the itch word,
Yeah, the ish word. Yeah.
oh, that's the same thing as the nigga word. It's the black female has became, and I say black because if females have beat this mentality, they're indigenous women now of a nationality. They're strong enough to build a nation. But the black females who attach to the itch word, those are just females who are trying to take the next set of females downhill so they won't ever look at themselves good. In the black community, it's all about what I had to go through. You're going to have to go through it too. If you can beat it, good luck.
All right, Bobby, I got a question. So I see what you're talking about, but right now within the drill rap, or this new modern rap,
Yeah.
they have, I call them Laura Crofts or Tomb Raiders. You know what I'm saying? They have those girls. Yeah. So explain that. How you see how it's rubbing off on them?
I gotta
Explain.
ask the question. I always looked at those females like they was Laura Croft, bro, because of the style that they wear, their makeup and shit. How did you think of that name? Because I was like, oh shit, I'm not the only person who sees them like that.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, Bobby. I've been sitting on that for a long time. I was just waiting to, cause I'm glad you get where I was coming from with it, but I realized many other people didn't understand what I meant when I was calling those specific girls Tomb Raiders, and
Facts.
like Laura Croft, like you know what I'm saying. So yeah,
Yeah, like they
go
look like
ahead.
Laura Croft, but they Tomb Raided in another sense though. Like they got the when they do her makeup like she did in that movie, they got the same determined look mentally to go after it, but it's just a different body that they're going after.
Exactly. Yep. So
Man,
yep.
that's good, bro. You be on your shit. When I first heard you say that, I was like, Grump be watching, boy. I said that man be studying. But what was the question again? I ain't mean to get off track.
My bad. I got off track too because I was surprised that you had people I was talking
Oh,
about with
you
that
asked about the
situation.
Laura Craft bitches. You asked about those
Oh yeah,
Laura
yeah.
Craft females. Those females are made to submit to a specific type. And guys, I'm gonna let y'all know something. Those females y'all that naturally look good with and without makeup like that, they're not like y'all think. They use sex in order to draw the average guys out who they can beat mentally. Those type of females only submit to mentally strong fellas, like that one guy who put, I think it was Blue Jasmine in her place. You had did that episode on Vlad.
You talk about Sharp. Yeah, and it's crazy.
Yeah. Sharp
Yeah.
is not a pimp. He's only considered a pimp because he knows what goes into his mind. That man takes the time to learn stuff. He takes the time to apply wisdom. He takes the time to know that failure is going to come somewhere, so he wants to be aware of it, so he doesn't get manipulated. Females who see men who study the craft of life as well as themselves, on top of that, they know that they can't hit you with no form of manipulation, so they have no choice but to respect you.
Hey, you on it, man. Hey, let me share this real quick. This screen right here. Um, Laura Crofts right here. You get what I'm saying? That's why I'm glad you answered my question about that. Where do you feel as though that they have like a now we're gonna switch up real quick, Bobby.
Bet,
Do you
go
feel as
ahead. Whatever
though
we gotta do, just let it flow. I'm with it.
so we know about the ish word and we already know about it with our sisters about how it's being detrimental towards them. But when it comes to Laura Croft type of girls, like is it a way that they could put it on as a costume and take it off, like with the blue, what's her name? Blue Jasmine girl, yeah. You know what I'm
You
saying? You
talking
kind of get
about
what I'm
like the
saying?
way they act?
It's like, can they put it so when they go to a environment that has
Mm-hmm.
that type of behavior, they
Yeah.
have it on, they wear like a costume, but when they trying to go on with their life, they could take it off. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's just it's like the hood dude mentality. It's just that mentality beats all the mentalities in a hood environment because that's the type of dude that most guys want to get with because they feel like they're gonna back him and support him and stuff like that. No, that was the nice girl who got played by a dude who needed to be back, but he abused the shit out of her. So she was like, okay, I learned how the street shit goes. Let me go ahead and get my revenge back on this type of guy, knowing I didn't mess up my life. And then when I'm done playing with them, I'm gonna go and be a doctor or whatever the fuck else I want. She just angry right now. That's all these females are, angry.
Damn. You
I
on
can
point
call
with
one
that.
right now. I swear to God, I can call one
No,
right
no, no,
now who
no,
look
Bobby.
just
I
like
get what you're
them.
saying. I agree because she did a second podcast on No Jumper and she was interviewing this other girl who was her name was Elijah. She was going more ham on her. I'm talking about Blue Jasmine, y'all in the chat.
Yeah.
So she was saying that you supposed to make him do this. You deserve it. Don't mistreat yourself like that. And she kept on saying that I won't do this because I won't feel like the guy is disrespecting me and all that. And Adam was like, damn, everything that a guy that you could kind of predict that he would do that be disrespectful, you completely cut it off. You don't even want to bring it up or do it. You kind of get what I'm saying? So she coming from a place
Yeah.
of hurt though. Somebody had, got the upper hand on her and she took that really to heart and boom.
Because she's not really built like that. Like I said, that one girl who was getting on her like that, now that's the girl who started out as a thought and going out fucking up dudes. Remember, they're on both ends of the sticks. There are male and females who both had this mentality. Right now, it's just females who are noticing they have more power in this field because they can literally say anything and that shit'll go because guys, the majority of guys don't think like us. So it's easy to manipulate the next one and get them to fight the first one. So all they're doing is using logic, but they're not applying it to their life, if you get what I mean.
Hold on. Say it again. Applying to their life. I
Females
gotta
know
be.
what logic is. They just don't apply it into their own personal life so they can do whatever they want disastrous. They apply logic when they're in the battlefield. Female, that's their only place that they like to use logic because most dudes don't think females know what logic is until they're stuck in a conversation with them and have to answer certain questions in certain
Oh,
ways.
hey, trust me, you right. Like off rip, it's like you think they got it all figured out, but it's like they're playing the game how they want to play it. Though you
Yep.
get what I'm saying?
And their
So it's
distraction is the costume, like you said. They dress up with the titties out and stuff like that. They know it's only a certain few of guys who get to hang around a league. Bro, I grew up with females in that league. I've watched them walk around naked just to do it. Shit is normal to me. That type of mind frame, they can look in a guy's eyes and see, nah, he's not the one. That's why guys be like, well, there's a bunch of guys out here that you say you're tight. Why don't you go to them? And that's why they rebuttal with, man, shut your broke self up. So they know they can't tell the truth. Like, he intimidates me. I don't want to deal with that. They can't say that shit.
okay, and I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna backpedal real quick, Bobby,
Go ahead.
with the costume and all that. Like how you saying the appearances, the apparel.
Yeah.
I honestly believe that the personality and how their behavior is part of that costume. Also, you know what I'm saying? You
Man,
put that on top of it. Yeah.
nah, you
So
right. That's just like when they want to apply logic when they want to. That's part of the costume's characteristic. You did there you go. You putting the uniform together. Like they said on Oh Brother Wild Style. The makeup is the head, the rest is the suit. Who put
damn.
you in charge? Who put you the leader of this outfit? Like they always say. She just wears the whole outfit and she's the tailor of that motherfucker at the same time.
Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, so I appreciate you for taking that detour with that. But what we was talking about before this, we was talking about damn, I need to go ahead and I got you more facts. I'm gonna go ahead and write down some, some bulletin points so I won't lose my train of thought because it'd be good conversations I have with Bobby Cash, man, for real.
Same with you and Mo Facts. What up with you, Mo?
Yeah, more up in here, man. I mean, pretty soon, shit. He could probably hop on if he want to at the end, but I mean, he said he just wanted to be in the comments. We'll see how he is when he respond up in there.
He
Um,
scouted me to see if I listen to them skills he gave me. I like that. I appreciate you scouting me, Mo. I'm using them things. You and Grump taught me a lot.
Hey, you taught us a lot also too. Now, okay, I know we was going back to the identity crisis with
Oh
a good
yes,
majority.
identity crisis.
Go ahead.
This is something I'm going to explain, and I'm gonna take my thorough time explaining this. Black was not ever nothing invented, even when it came to the Americas, until the late 16th century when slavery was started. And that was only invented to separate the slave from the slave owner. Being black is a racial political thing. Excuse me. I'm gonna say it one more time so when people want to know how it was invented, they can go to the source. It is only an ideology of racial political standards. And once you realize who invented the political standard, which are the founding fathers, all those people were racist. So you cannot attach yourself to a government indoctrination under a label that gives you no human rights, because under this indoctrination in penal codes, it actually says black is not a human person, a nationality, nor anything of the such. So it is just a cattle under a political stock. How do you change slaves from from late days to modern days? All you do is take the chains and stuff off, but you keep a political tab on them based on how you group them in cattle colors. Now, once you cattle somebody all together and turn them into a business, you can know where all your employees at one time. Because once your business go for 1.5 billion, even down $1, you see that somebody's not playing that role in society well.
Dang, I was taking forever to unmute the dang mic. But when you saying hold on real quick. We
Being
got
black is a labeled business. That means right
yeah.
now, if they was to catch us doing this and they see how people draw to it, they would want to pay us in order for us not to wake people up, because they'd be like, all right, we got to get that. That's not part of our foundation. We need it part of our foundation so we can turn it back into crabs in a barrel.
Okay, Bobby, I get what you're saying. Now we're gonna go to the manufacture of the culture. Can you break
Bet,
that
bet.
down within us? Go ahead.
So what you want, the manufacture of how the black person was created, like as in brought to
Yes.
the reality?
Yes. The
Minstrel
mindset that
show.
I like to do this or Mr. Show. Okay, there we go. There we go right
The
there.
first ever time a black person or the word black person was ever invented was the minstrel show. Now, down while the minstrel shows was going on, they was still rump breaking and breaking you down psychologically in order to create this character and make you wear the characteristics. So the minstrel show is the modern day people that you have now. They mumble when they rap, they wear baggy clothes, they act like monkeys on stage, and they're always jumping around. That is the same characteristics they displayed in blackface on the minstrel show. Now, when black people ask, who are the black people that white people see in their head that make them so scary? You look like the minstrel clown to them when you say I'm a black person, because where was they showed a black person first to at? The minstrel show. So that's been passed down through gene and gene and gene, just like our stuff is passed down through our genes. In their head, the representation of a black man is that scary ass clown from the minstrel show. So that's where the misconception of why do they see us as scary black people, because in their mind, under their history, which is American government indoctrination, to be black is to be that clown from the minstrel show who showed them nothing but horror, goofiness, shucking and jiving, or violence. And what do black people do today? The same characteristics.
Exhibit A, Black Youngster. Yeah, I remember back then when he was coming out and he was stuttering. He was like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, doing it intentionally. That's what you're talking about. That's the modern minstrel show of that, right? And
You know
look
who
at
he
the
matches? Remember Mammy Two Shoes in those cartoons? They used to have
oh
stuttering,
yeah,
they used to have stuttering big
Mushmouth.
lip black people on there. He's a representation of it in real life.
Yeah, Black Youngster. That's one Black Youngster. And we got Bobby Schmurder when I saw him dancing on that table at
Yep.
Epic Records. Oh my
And
bad, my bad.
now you good, go ahead. You right, go ahead.
I had to take the key binds off. Yeah. All right. So yeah, what those of y'all don't know, Bobby Schmurder, that's his name. He was doing some type of performance at Epic Records and he was dancing, but it just had looked like the modern minstrel show, and that's what Bobby Cash, I believe, is he trying to,
Nah, you right. He was giving
yeah,
them a perfect minstrel show. Did you see how that man? Did you notice how they started looking when his ass put out a fake gun? In their head, he had a real gun. Go ahead and play it. I'll shut the fuck up. I like watching that shit because this
I
psychologist
feel
in the
you.
room studying his ass.
All right, here we go, y'all. Give me a second. I'm about to try to wire it up. Hold on, give me a second. I know social network. Shit from your computer. Just like the cash, so they had a never do. Call up my broski Gina and call up the Judah. Send my dogs out the pen. They shoot shit, Jeremy Lin. All Peter boy French. He's still a Vegas with a French. Buying out the boss, still going in. Flying down a motherfucking strip. And I got caught on the flip. Time to get sucking dick like coming in. Gingerbread bitch. I'm trying to see where he jumped on the table, like how he
Heck
was
yeah.
saying. Let me see.
You heard he had to say black ass, didn't you?
Yeah, he had it. Yep. Oh,
I think that's in the beginning when he slide across the table.
yeah, slide across tip. Oh, so you saying it's like the beginning? You think? Let me
Yeah,
see.
what
I'm
he was
gonna go
like, I
to the
think
beginning.
that dumb Tom Cruise.
Let me go ahead and see that. Bruh, this is
Bro,
crazy, dog.
there was a psychologist sitting in that room, and he got a handler sitting in there too. It's like four of them. They just wondering who gonna take over.
Yeah, handler too. Yeah, go ahead. Explain to the people what a handler is when it comes to celebrities, especially black ones, please.
A handler would be like your modern day whipper or the cracker is what they would call them. All celebrities who cross over from hip hop to the rap industry, which is owned by Jewish people who own private prisons, which is run by the governments, everyone has a handler just in case your ass get out of order. And they let you know you can go back to the plantation, which is the jail. Now, this is why Ice Cube was always seen as a deadly force because he didn't have no fucking handler. So when NWA was coming out, he made Lynch Mob. He was taking it to their asses. Like he was like, ain't no geriatric Jewish dude gonna try to handle me in my mind frame when I know what I'm supposed to be focused on. They don't think like that. These people are Black people have been fed greed so much that when they see a large amount that they've never even thought was possible, they're gonna jump on it unless they grew up with people who have morals and integrity.
Well said, right there. Well said, brother. Definitely, and that's well said, right there. I gotta do an air horn for that because you broke it down.
Like the stuff you be saying, like in this one room, they looking for ADHD, they looking for all type of ADD, they looking for anything in him that they know to keep him focused on the way that he needs to go for them, and not the way that'll wake him up once he get into a life serious situation with them. Because they don't never need Bobby to think, they don't never need Schmurder to think, oh, I'm with a record label, I still can get killed like I'm in the streets. There's nothing different about this. They need to look at it like, Bobby, we're here to protect you. We got you. Just let us know what's going on and we'll be there for you.
Yeah, and I wanted to put this in on the handlers. The handlers could be your mother, it could be your
Mm-hmm.
spouse or your boyfriend, girlfriend, or your father. Like it
Mm-hmm.
reminded me of that situation with Left Eye. Shouts out to what's his name, Jay. I forgot his last name, but it was Jay. He was speaking on that about how Left Eye, her boyfriend was her handler when she had went to like an island on vacation during that
Yep.
situation. So that had blew my
No, that's
mind right
true.
there.
She
Yeah,
was
go
gonna kill her handler. She burned the house down on purpose because spiritually, when that stuff happens, when they get so far in and they cross that door, the only way that they can get away from this shit if killing starts happening. Like, I'm not even joking with you. Why do you think most of them celebrities who be like, if something happens to me, it was they ass? Because those are the ones who find out they went through a certain door and now their handler is the Grim Reaper or Lucifer himself. And they didn't think that that shit would be real. So their whole life they've been making jokes like, yeah, I'll go to hell for $1,000,000. And then they finally get to that door. It's like no one can save me. So they try to add their family members to be handlers and such and such. But once they do that, it comes a point to where if you use a family member as a handler and you love them so much, they're gonna ask you to sacrifice that person you love or yourself.
Oh, give me a second. All right, so with the sacrifice thing, what do you mean like your family members? Like go into deep on that. What do you mean about like you have to sacrifice somebody,
Shit,
like a celebrity?
sacrifices aren't always made in blood. Some sacrifices is you can give somebody AIDS in your family. Uh, you can set somebody up with cancer. Um, it's all type of little devilish shit that you can do. I don't even want to name it because I feel like it all get flagged. But it's all like little type of devilish stuff you can do out here in order to sacrifice people. The number main one that most people think is the blood sacrifice. Blood sacrifice only comes when you get to a certain level of like, how can I say this? You wanna be cloned. In order for you to catch immortality, you're gonna have to get a philosopher's stone's main ingredient, which is the essence of blood. That's why adrenochrome is so high right now.
Okay, I got another question for you. I know about that adrenochrome situation right there. Definitely, you know what I'm saying. Like,
But
it gets real deep. But I'm gonna go ahead and back you up real quick, and we're gonna go to another icon that's being looked on the masses of the youth right now. And I'm gonna show you a picture of him, and I want you to like definitely speak on his actions and how he has a big like influence within our culture and community. Right here, you see it?
that's a bet.
NBA young
Hold
boy.
on, not yet. Oh man, y'all didn't see that latest cover of him coming out the closet?
We gonna get there, but I was talking to Brian. Shouts out to
NBA
Brian.
young boy,
Go ahead.
NBA young boy is them picking at black males knowing that their mind frame is stuck at his age level because the young dude that small got man 10 years older than him looking up to him. All of this stuff is just picking with people. The females who relate to Cardi B's main what can I say fan base is from 15 to 17-year-old women, I mean little girls. And older women are trying to imitate these younger girls. So all they're doing is basically just sticking people in teenage mind frames to keep them stupid. That's it. That's all it is. And young boy represent in the black community, he is the representation of what a man was supposed to be growing up. He didn't make no excuses. He went through all the hard shit. Like look at him take care of his mama and stuff, no matter what.
Yeah. Um.
For real,
I was
tell a female you not a nigga, and she won't look at you like you worth shit.
and we're gonna get there too, Bobby. I just want to speak on how me and Brian, shouts out to Brian from Baton Rouge, Brian J. We came
But
to an agreement that NBA YoungBoy could possibly have a Tourette's problem, some type of mental disorder. You get what I'm saying? And I don't know funny
shit,
stuff, like on some
explain to me
serious
what.
stuff. Like
Explain to me how you seen that, cause that intrigued me. How you thought that? Explain to me.
it's like how me and you talking right now, and
Mm-hmm.
he just be quiet, right? And he'll walk around,
Yeah,
and then he'd be like, "So stop looking at me like that." It's like, whoa, where that came from? It's like those spiral actions of anger
yeah.
that come out, and it's like something that he's letting it like build up, and then he just release it, and then it just gives that impression of Tourette's or something,
Bro,
bipolar.
you
Like
on
that's something
point.
serious. Go ahead.
You on point. He has Tourette's, and this is the mind frame of a young man who has fully developed single mother mentality syndrome. What I mean by single mother mentality syndrome is most females are the ones who are typically like that in life. They keep so much in that they make up shit and it just comes out sometimes. That's where those outbursting females come from. Now,
Damn, you hit
look
down
at
the head right there. Go ahead.
look at all the boys who act like him and look how much they are identical to their mothers at the end of the day. And look at how much if something happened to their mama, they wouldn't know what to do. Because mama is they see themselves as mama in a male version. So the only thing that keeps them from acting gay, and sorry, algorithm, I'm not trying to talk about same-sex people. The only thing that keeps them from acting gay is mama saying, that's my young man. That's my man right there. That is my man right there. She's not saying it like that's her husband or some shit, but she's keeping him at a distance to where he can grow as a man mentally, but only as far as she wants him to. Because if he quits doing the shit that she sees as man like, he won't become much use to her no more.
And when you mean like when he like completely stopped doing anything, man, like what you mean like he won't become useful to her?
His
Like what you
mother.
kind of
He
like,
won't
yeah.
if he quit being a nigga and straighten up himself and told his mama that he seen the light and he know that ain't how it's supposed to go, even though we grew up in a bad fucked up situation. And he'd be like, I want you to change your ways. She'd look at him and be like, nigga, you don't went so. This ain't my son. Who is this? This ain't no man right here. That's exactly how she'd do him.
So my question to you, Bobby Cash, is there an end goal with that? Even though that's a negative mindset and approach and direction in life, is there an end goal to the point where it's like I'm gonna act ignorant, I'm gonna do it like this, but we're gonna achieve this, or is it like everlasting? Go ahead.
Now, there are a rare type. Those types that go in who know who grew up in the hood, but also grew up like I did, having both, but one more than the other, which is not being in the hood. we have it in our blood. So it's not like they have to fake it. They see it as, all right, if they gonna make it harder for me intellectually, like flying through the damn status quo, like why don't I bust through this other door real quick and keep myself out the way? You know what I'm saying? I don't need no label. That's why they scared of them boys who come in off the street and be like, I don't need no label. I got this, and they bring people with them. They have to put them on labels with dudes who will start beef with people like that, because in the hood, somebody who can get themselves out will be hated on somebody who needed help by somebody else.
Hey, it's like it kind of the way you explain it is like they're building an army or something.
They are. It's a chess game. Each level of chess is played differently, though. It's a three-dimensional chessboard, but it's all being played at the same time.
Okay, okay. And like for instance, with the music, that's energy, like that, like they playing chess with
Mm-hmm.
that. What the frequency is like, it always have to be within our genre, within drill rap, not hip hop, y'all. Drill rap or gangster rap, however you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody could be at a party having a good time, but as soon as they play on one of those drill rap songs, somebody's gonna get harmed. And I want to ask you
Those are
about
our
this
frequencies.
frequencies. Okay, I want
Go,
to ask you about
go
this
ahead. I ain't
cognitive.
meant to cut you off. I just want to say that. Go ahead.
No, no, bet. I want to ask you about this cognitive dissonance that many of us be having when it comes to music like that. It's like it's so easy to rap about it. It's so easy to say shoot a nigga, kill a nigga, this the whole 9 yards. But when we actually see blood or when we see somebody get put down, it's a different reaction. But after we mourn, then we go right back to the music that was talking about that experience that we just had saw. Can you explain that?
This is about to be scary as fuck to some people, especially the ones listening besides Mo and the other ones. The fact that y'all don't really know when y'all subconscious is in the forefront, and that your consciousness that's in the forefront is being autopilot by things of the earth. And what I mean by that is the only thing affected by frequencies is your spirit, because that's a vibration. What carries out the subliminal messages from the frequency is your flesh being stroked to do stuff that it is temptation to do. And what I mean tempted to do is, like it told you in spirituality to religion, there are going to be devils that try to provoke you. So if you keep your body on a frequency that's focused on that negative connotation, you're always going to draw up that type of energy. Even if it's naturally contained within inside you, they can tweak the 808 to make it come out of you. That's all it is. Kanye West said it best on Drake Champs. The 808 was normally an off pitch tone. They put it on pitch to match a certain person's frequency or a set of people's frequencies in order to want to pull you down whenever they feel like it. Because why? You don't have a hand on your subconscious because you don't believe that that is something that's real. You're all human now, which means you focus more on your physical than your spiritual well-being, which is going to help your physical.
Yeah, because we don't have control of our bodies 24/7, or not even at all. And what I mean by that
Mm-hmm.
is we're not like I'm not like okay, this is Grump, this is Grump. An hour ago, I wasn't saying, oh, this is Grump, I'm present, this is me, I'm doing this. It's like a flicker, like a light switch. So when that
Mm-hmm.
light switch is off, that's when that subconscious mind take control, and we unaware of it because it's autopilot. It's like you driving home from work and you
Mm-hmm.
just zone out. You probably look at the trees and all of a sudden you pulling up in the driveway. That's what Bobby's talking about, I believe, right?
That is a fact. And then people who could do stuff like that, most of the time you jump and react, you jump through dimensions. And let me explain something somebody everybody can go research. I said this in '08. They said this like 2 or 3 years ago. The brain has 11 dimensions in it. Most people are in their lower dimensions, lower than 5 dimensions at the end of the day, because every part of your being is a frequency level that computes to one realm, which is this realm we're in now. That's just like everything we see now that is color is old. It's like because light is infinitely passing through us. That's the same thing with your body. It has frequencies that are old. Your old frequencies are your lower self, and your new frequencies are your higher selves. Now, if you continue to listen to contradictory music, which is the alchemy of wordplay or mentality, you're gonna keep yourself looking at yourself as and what I mean yourself is people who look like you. You're always going to see those people as mischievous because your own music is made to make you see your own self from their eyes. That's all it does. Because think about this. Well, don't say think about this. Imagine this. You call yourself a nigga, not you, girl. I'm speaking in genuine. Y'all call yourself niggas every day. But if you see another set of niggas say something you don't like, all of a sudden you don't like niggas again, but you just finished calling yourself a nigga.
Go into the depths of that more for me, Bobby, for real, about that mindset, because I'm interested in it. I want to see how we subconsciously accept that and we go into it though, because I've been victim of this a while back too.
Oh, what makes you accept it? Celebrities. Celebrities make you accept it. What made you think it was okay to be black is them lying to you, saying that MLK and all those people call themselves black. None of those people did anything like that. The word nigga was never invented in rap until that meeting in 91 when they did what they wanted to with the positive rap, which is notice what the effects it could have. Tribe Called Quest, NW, excuse me, NWA, Q-Tip, they was testing the all spark theory to see if we put out music on their natural frequency, would these people stay on a steady incline? Back in the 90s, this shit would not be like this. We had a unity back then. All the stuff that's going on today did not play then because the music frequency was on a whole different level. Wu-Tang Clan, 36 Chambers of Death, Bobby Digital, all these names that I'm naming, the frequency behind these names, you can tell their music have no horror in it. Now I'm a switch over to this millennia. NBA YoungBoy, Quando Rondo. I can say these names and y'all call it Black Force Energy. That's crazy. That's how high our volume speaks in
Yes,
frequency.
correct. That Black Air Force energy, Black Air Force mentality. If you got Black Air Force, they make memes out of it. Shouts out to Mo Facts up in there,
Yep.
because
And go
people
ahead, my
speak
fault.
Memeese. No, you good. People speak Memeese, and memes
Mm-hmm.
tell stories. Memes is like another way of getting into your subconscious mind. It don't even use words. It's just a picture, and you just know what it means. You get that feeling again. Go ahead.
Yep. And that leads back to your subconscious and your spiritual being. Before we talked, we spoke in symbolism. Like technically telekinesis to the fact. Have you ever looked at somebody and y'all been on the same page
Oh yeah, a couple of times. Yeah.
without even talking? That was the first form of speaking. That's telekinesis. Y'all technically heard each other through energy.
Yep. Like how you did early in the show, like with that Laura Croft situation. It's like it's in
Yep.
sync. But go ahead.
And the only way that the black people who know that they can have a nation like this type one civilized, they have to be willing to unattach from that adapter of being black and notice it comes with you calling yourself nigga and everything attached to it after that is self-destruction. Because I can sit here right now, ask the comment section, give me one thing positive about the black characteristic without dancing or rapping involved. Just normal function between black people. Give me one positive characteristics, and I can sit here all night and we won't get one.
All right, I'll help you out with that. I'm gonna do you just like I do LJ with the little debt thing.
But
Sports. You know,
in sports,
athleticism.
they wouldn't be no if they didn't do what the people who own the sports arena say, they wouldn't have no jobs.
Cracking jokes,
Cracking jokes
roasting.
is still a form of talking down about you in a form of how they would either big lips, your mama ain't shit, you come from a certain type of slave, African booty scratcher.
Damn, you just gave all them things, bro. God damn. What about impersonations? Our people could do impersonations better.
What are all black men impersonating now? Who raised them? Single mothers. They're impersonating women.
Ah, dang, man. I was trying. Yeah, you got that, man. I was trying to think of something else, Bobby. But yeah, you got it. Okay,
All
I was
I've been
trying to.
doing since I got on this earth is
Oh
this
yeah,
is how I
fashion,
see life. I go ahead, my
fashion,
fault, my
fashion.
fault.
Oh yeah, Judy said
Fashion.
making music that rocks our souls and fashion. What about Oh, he said no entertainment though. But what about fashion though?
Oh, let's not go to fashion because Lil Nas X just killed that for y'all. They got boys wearing dresses and thinking that shit's okay. Man purses. Riley and Huey Freeman told y'all about that before, years before it got here.
The Boondock Show. I told y'all, it's like the generational Bible, right? It's just like it predicted all this stuff that was going on. Gangstalicious, the purse where you put the strap, all that. Hey, shouts out to Aaron
Those
McGruder
people,
because Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. I cut you off. That's my fault. That was rude as hell. Go ahead.
No, no, you all good. Shouts out to Aaron McGruder. He was the creator of the Boondocks. It started with a comic series. He don't have no social media platforms whatsoever. He just still do comics, and hopefully they bring up another season of the Boondocks. But he went to college for studying, our ethnic background, and he had did studies on his own also too. So you don't got his story and his story. But go ahead.
But do
Shouts
you
out to
see
him.
even in the Boondocks, he had Huey saying all the stuff I'm saying. We're not supposed to celebrate Christmas. Being black was something given to us. Our nationality is more powerful as a mind frame than being black and acting ignorant. Why would you want to be niggas? You need to see that hip hop and rap are two different things. Rap is an industry owned by people who hold private prisons. Huey was saying all this shit while Riley was showing that if you don't listen to your elder brother who is actually awake, matter of fact, Riley is the representation of the black community, and Huey is a representation of us who grew up nationality or with a wits in our head already.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on, real quick, Bobby. I'm gonna say a quick story, real quick, about the Boondocks. Me personally, I used to I despise what's his name. I despise Huey to the point. Every time Granddad and Riley had like some little get quick rich, scheme, he'd be like,
Yeah,
"Oh, this and that." It got da da da. I'm like, "Shut the hell up, damn Huey." But now, as I got older, I started hating Riley and I started liking Huey more. You see the
it's like
transition?
that.
Go ahead.
Nah, it's like that. I like Riley still. I only like Riley because if Riley was to listen to Huey a lot, Riley's intelligent. Riley just overdoes his intelligence. That's it. If
Give
Riley
it,
was to
give
listen to
example, my
Huey
brother.
more, say that again. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Say it
I,
again.
I said, give an example, please, of that, my brother, of
The
Riley.
example of what I was talking, I did not mean to be rude and over talking.
No, no, you good. My bad. Go ahead.
What do I need to give you an example of? Tell me again. Sorry about that.
Of no, no, it's good. I interrupted you. It's all good. But with Riley, you said that Riley is intelligent, but he overdo things. And I was saying, go ahead and give us an example of that, like how he overdo it, so I can understand it.
Okay, like this is what I mean. Riley is like they come from Chicago. So Riley, most of the stuff the people in those suburbs, especially children, have been blinded from that they need to learn and experience so they won't get into it. Riley has already been through it considering how he was raised. The only difference is his environment kept him disciplined to where he didn't do the shit he would do in the suburbs. Out in the suburbs, he know that he rules shit, and there's nobody gonna challenge that authority to where it's some like black on black violence can pop off. So he don't overdo it in the sense that he hurt somebody. He overdoes it in the sense that where he don't know what power is fully. So when he got something, he ran stupid with it.
Okay, now, dang, dang.
Like with the Ed Wanslers, like Riley hung with the mayor's grandchildren, like with the Wanslers, and he walked in their house like that was nothing. Like he shot a Wansler out the window at a dinner party, and my
Yeah,
man just got up and said, "Fuck is y'all looking at?" And they went back in the house. Like,
yeah. Insane, bro. Those of y'all don't know in the chat, he talking about that first episode, I think, of the Boondocks, or the second one, where he came from Afghanistan and he was,
yeah,
yeah, Iraq or something, I think. Yeah. That dude off the chain. So what you gotta say about that his name was Walter? Go ahead, pull it up real
I think
quick.
it's the Wansler. I think it's Wansler or Wansler.
Okay, so with Walter, like who are individuals that are like him in this real world, kinda?
Those island boy type of motherfuckers, but they don't got the heart like they do, like the Wansler children do. They just got the goofiness, like of how they would dress and the shit that they would say. Now the gangster part of the Wansler boys, those are the dudes who you will actually don't see in the public eye. But when something goes wrong, you can catch these white dudes out in public ready to beat a racist dude's ass. Like you really do have those. They just don't do the shit for attention.
Yeah, it's like
And
they
the
feed
ones
off
who are
that. My bad.
go
Go ahead.
ahead,
My
go
bad,
ahead, my
bud.
fault. Go ahead, my fault.
I was saying the ones that feed, like they be the ones that feed off that they really be on that type of stuff. Like we came here specifically to do this task. Which go ahead.
Yup. They feed off that, like they act like a once for real, like both sides. It's like motherfucker, I went to war just so I can come back and see everybody get treated equal like the Warnslers would. And the moment they see somebody, especially a police officer, trying to treat somebody like a color, they blanking. They ready to shoot. They ready to take your head off your shoulders and don't care about doing time for it. There are real soldiers like that, and they have PSTD from that shit. They gotta come back home and know I'm over here fighting because my country is already fucked up, but I gotta go home and watch them be fucked up to the people I'm supposed to be setting free. It don't work.
Yeah, and that was his homeboy right there too. You know, rest in peace to Charlie Murphy and all them. That's his name. Who had
Facts.
been the voice behind it. Yeah, that was a good description. Like Aaron McGruder was a genius on bringing these two characters right in here because I know the voice actors were black, but they were like categorized as white people in the show. But
Yeah.
it is telling was like how you said the Island Boys, but the Island Boys don't have the heart like that though.
Facts. Their grandfather, he ain't a racist either. They got racist people in their family. That's what made the Onceler boys just like that. But their dad, I think it was even in the show one time, he said he messed around with sisters. He'd rather mess with a sister than mess with a white lady or some
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
He's. I'm telling you, Aaron McGrew is a genius. You're right. He did say some stuff like that. We going through this Boondocks thing, but go ahead, my bad.
So that's why he's the mayor of the town, because when you go to most suburbs who the residents act like they don't want you there, the mayor's wife is more than likely indigenous. They just don't know the shit. And when they find out, they get their acts together. Just like when the onceless walk around town, everybody know it's them already. So they can go rob a store and people just treat it like it's a normal day.
All right, so since we don't went in on the monsters, I'm gonna switch gears real quick, and I'm gonna pull up another character. I want you to explain this because this been going on for a lot.
Uncle Ruckus, yeah, that's what.
Yeah,
I
you see
told you.
that? How you know? Yeah, exactly. Please go ahead.
Ah.
I'm giving you the floor. Go ahead, sir. Please.
Uncle Ruckus. Uncle Ruckus would be your guys who don't want to leave being black a fucking alone. And now I'm gonna explain this clearly. Listen to me carefully. You call yourself nigga for master, just like Uncle Ruckus would, black man. I'm gonna need you to listen to me. Everything you say, nigga this, nigga that, you are actually being Uncle Ruckus every day towards yourself and everybody around you. Cause Uncle Ruckus say the same shit that niggas say. How many niggas is over there? I don't want to go over there if it's a bunch of niggas. I don't like niggas. Niggas is always doing nigga shit. And what do black people say about other black people? Niggas is always being niggas. I'm tired of niggas. Niggas this, niggas that. So they are Uncle Ruckus to each other.
It just don't have an 808 behind it. That's all.
Facts. That's the only difference. That's how simple it was to sum up Uncle Ruckus. The white man can't be Uncle Ruckus no more. They put all the characteristics they needed in you for you to be prejudiced. Now, white people and black people are actually relatives. They're just the prejudice end of the stick because they can't be racist.
Oh, you hear me? You hear me now?
Can I say something else real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Go off.
Black people, I want you to realize something. There is no difference between you and a racist now. If you listen to your dialogue that you speak of, you are more supreme than everybody. You are better than everybody. Your melanation makes you higher than everybody. And if your counterparts don't say the same shit and you call it racist, then that means you're a full-blown prejudice now. And at the end of the day, you have gave up all your rights to be considered anyone outside of a race because you have attached to the whole ideology now and you are a part of its foundation. You are whole black to a pride like white people hold it to a pride. And it is not a positive pride. You're doing the same thing. They have put so much of their intellectual cowardice in you that you do the same thing to protect the label of being black like they would being white. You would say things like slavery. They would say things like, well, our founding fathers, if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have none of that today. What do black people say? If it wasn't for us, you wouldn't have none of this today. Just because it's on another color doesn't mean it doesn't have a word for it. It's basically just balanced and equal now. So race, the word race, which can mean run, group of people, or any other form of type of thing, has turned into a race war completely. And there's no such thing as being positive inside black and white standards because all of it is nothing but conflict.
All right, real quick. I appreciate that, Bobby. I'm gonna just
My
go
fault,
ahead.
my fault. I didn't mean to
No,
drag on.
no. You good. That was perfect. I just want to just let you know I'm gonna bring up what's his name, Tom from the Boondocks. And before people start going ham, I'm just talking about his personality and how he talk and everything, not about his family, his girl, his white girl. No, we just talking about how he act and how that could be actually put yourself in danger in certain hoods or whatever. People be like, "Oh, this dude pie as hell, man.
Facts.
Let's run through this nigga shit
Facts.
like word." Like that's I'm talking like how they would talk. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you
But
facts.
yeah,
That's the
go ahead
truth.
though. Explain,
Tom,
Tom. Yeah.
yeah, Tom is somebody who got mixed parents, but at the end of the day, his father knew what would happen to him if he grew up in the suburbs and he didn't want his son to grow up there. Now we do have Toms amongst us in the hood. I would be considered Tom to somebody who ain't ever read a book. Grump, you would be considered Tom to somebody who didn't go to the army because in the hood most people don't believe in that shit. But
Yeah, go
Tom
ahead.
would get killed simply just by going around the hood, hearing people depressed and spreading positivity to them. Like, come on, guys, don't be like that. Just because they see you as black, you need to see yourself as beautiful. He can say that shit so positive, but they'll look at him like a white dude and hate the fact that he got on the Armani suit. It'll turn to a negative response. That's how you sum up Tom all in one. That's why you don't have no more Yasha was walking through the hood trying to uplift their people because now the Romans don't have to kill Joshua. And then it was Joshua's own people who gave him up to the Romans. So this time when Joshua Yahweh comes back, he's not doing it amongst his people. He's doing it amongst the collective of people who only wants to go by what God said and not what man say.
Hey, so you pre I like how you use that similarity right there because he do be like, "Hey, come on, guys," and all that, and they look at him, they be like, "Man, shut the up, bro." Like and they just
Yeah,
straight fold him up like a lawn chair, just off of being
facts.
positive.
Facts. And that's how it is. And Thugnificent and them motherfuckers are representations of why they don't want certain people to move into the hood because Thugnificent, he's not stupid, but at the end of the day, he feels like he has to be ignorant. He has to be in his black character so much he takes it to his neighborhood and disturb the peace. That's what being black is. They know being black is so much a character. When you leave the character stage and platform of minstrel show, you're supposed to cut off it. You're supposed to cut it off, nigga. That's why they say it like it. Cut it off, nigga.
Okay, I get it. So a Thugnificent, I remember that episode he pulled in to the I forgot what the neighborhood was called, but everybody
Yep.
was looking at him, and Granddad, you see how Granddad was getting upset with him? Explain
Mm-hmm.
that confrontation and why they were upset with each other, please.
Because Granddad said the best. These niggas moving into this neighborhood. Why are these niggas on this side of town? Do they even know what they're doing on this side of town? It's the mind frame. Niggas think. And that's why I say it's bad to be a nigga because when you're a nigga and you move to areas like that, you want to bring anything that involves being a nigga with you, and all of it is dysfunction. All of it is not made for other children to grow up and see the things that you saw in order for you to get there. Uh, you're not supposed to bring that stuff. When you make it to that side of town, you're supposed to say, all right, that first character I had to build in order to make it out of there, put it on reserve as a house protector. We're in the suburbs now. They don't do that. They keep that motherfucker as first string, and they go out there and try to turn a well lit environment into a shanty ghetto.
Hey, I like how I really appreciate how you had said you didn't say it, but you was going in that route by saying that they had put on that character for survival in their previous environment. I like how you had put that in there, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, I did that shit. I'm not gonna like I kill some shit, but as in actually naturally being violent every day, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like that shit. I don't having to be dysfunctional 24/7. That is scary. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That is scary. Having to the only way you can get with a black female is if you have a level of dysfunction that show her that you with that goofy shit. I'm being serious. You walk up to a sister and be like, "Hey, beautiful, how are you doing?" Nigga, what?
we'll just say the city girls. That's what we do because when people
Yeah,
hear you say
okay.
sis,
You right. I slipped. I appreciate that. My sisters, I don't mean all of you. let's say city girls until we can get a nation separated from those who are trying to bring everybody down. I would take that back. That is my fault. I would not have a problem with taking that back. The city
No,
girls are the ones I'm talking about.
respect. I like how you said about the nationality. See, I want you to explain that after you talk about the city girls, though, please.
Well, city girls, tell me what I almost I thought I offended everybody. So tell me what I picked up on the city girls because I really took a hard take back, so I did not offend any sisters or anything. Tell me why I picked up on that the city girl thing. I'm sorry about that.
Because a city girl would, if a dude don't, if a brother don't classify himself as a nigga, a city girl be
Oh
like, get the
yeah, yeah,
fuck
yeah,
out of
yeah.
here.
Okay, okay. Tell them I appreciate that follow, that subscription as well. What I mean is, that's just like Jody's mom. At the end of the day, you see what type of person she likes off a baby boy.
Yeah, yeah, I see exactly the type of people. The guys she like. I'm about to pull up right now.
All right, now this is gonna sound harsh, but it's the truth. Majority of the hood environment is city girls, but they want a six-figure dude who acts like Melvin and looks like Melvin, but he shouldn't have the mind frame of Melvin, if you get what I'm saying.
Is it kind of like Huey P. Newton? Are these city girls want a guy like Huey P. Newton or Tupac? Like I'm
They want a
like
Huey
serious.
P. Newton brain, but they want a nigga's characteristics to go with it and body.
Okay, I just pulled it up just now. Dang, I feel what you're saying. Okay, it's like and what caused them to have that? Like with the city girls to have
Their
that
mothers. If you look in the if since a certain year, like the late '60s and early '70s, there have been no brothers in the home. So all the characteristics coming out after that are imitated from mother. No matter if it's the boy or not, it's the imitation of mother. And it sticks more harder with the females because mama teaches her how to get out here and get shit through Section 8 on her own. And mama teaches her the spot certain characteristics and certain dudes who would do certain stuff for you. And the one who will always do for you because he love pussy is the hood dude. But right now you just have fun with the hood dudes and test your type out. And then you start trying to find your hood dude who will shape up in a certain way for you. And once they don't do that, you torment them. You look good for the hood dudes, but then you go to the nice dudes, and then you be good to the nice dudes until you try to get on his nerves so much you try to break him down to be a hood dude. You see what I'm saying? It's like she trying to get both characteristics to fit in somebody.
All right, and let me say this real quick. Let me say this real quick. When Bobby Cash is talking about the city girls specifically and about how the city girls will go build a bear workshop on a guy, he's not saying that from a hateful place. He's saying that from a psychological place because I just popped up in my head about how what the manosphere guys and all that. He'd be like,
Yeah.
she always keeps getting the guy from jail, always keeps fucking in prison. Like, nah, we ain't on that, bro. We ain't on
Nah,
that
nah, hell
green
nah. I'm
pie
not
ass
on
shit.
that.
Nah,
I'm the
I just want
type.
to make that clear. All right, go ahead.
Facts. I'm the type if a female like her type, that's on her. I'm just explaining to the indigenous brothers and sisters, even the Europeans who want out of this race shit. I'm letting y'all know the characteristics, the type of people to look out for and to not avoid. So sisters, if you tired of running into niggas, this is how you find out if somebody giving you bullshit. He appear is a he'll talk like he got that mind frame. Check his appearance more and how he uses that, you know what I'm saying, that so-called mind frame. That'll stop you from running into the same trouble. And you're gonna have to tell yourself, I'm gonna have to apply logic when it comes to man. A nigga is not something I want around me because I can't build a future with a nigga. He's stuck in being in the hood. I'm not stuck there. And that's the same for a man that's wanting a city girl. They look good. That's their table. Now, once you get to the table, you're gonna have to cook dinner. You're gonna have to set it. You're gonna have to fix anything wrong with it. All the rest of that is left up to you.
Dang, it's like trying to do a jigsaw puzzle, but you keep going to the same fault over and over. I get it.
Facts. Because you keep thinking the paint on it looks good because it dressed itself up like that. But underneath the paint is where all the work is done. Like that's where you gotta do all the work.
All right, and my question is there agenda on? Can you explain the city girl's mindset? Can you explain that? Like the
City girls mindset is basically um I'm a female, I give birth, you're supposed to bow down to me. Entitlement is made for women. Um, Unaccountability, what is that? As long as I can have enough dudes tell me, don't tell me to be accountable. The one who tell me I does, I can make him feel like he's tripping if he's not strong minded enough. I don't really care about anything else because all the guys I went for, knowing they only wanted one thing, well, they hurt me. So me knowing that, I'm still gonna blame every guy for it, even though I know it was my fault. That's just how I justify my attitude and how I do things. To sum it up, that's how they think.
And like, does it like can do some people copy that behavior because they're inspired by it, but the main source of that behavior come from a hurt place, or just I just want to do it, or both? You
There's
kind
a
of get what
lot
I'm
of
going at?
streets for this. There's a lot
Okay.
of streets. The main street that it's being used for is to influence the next set of young females so they don't have a shot at meeting somebody actually good in life. And the females in the rap industry fuck up the young dudes as well. It goes both ways. Like they have a multitude of ways. And what they do to the young dudes is make them chase after females who ain't worth shit by presenting them with looks. Remember, the paint looks good, but they don't tell them underneath the body is all kind of messed up stuff. So the agenda is to break any person up that's coming up from having great love like I could have had because I chose to make the wrong choices. Now I'm just the influencer being used for my body. Well, I want somebody else to feel what I go through, but every day I'm gonna wear a smile like I'm not influencing young girls, knowing that majority of my millions of followers are those young girls who are gonna make the wrong choices. So I get to get my mission out there.
That's damn. Hold on, give me a second. I'm about to move this door real quick. But go ahead. Just go ahead and freestyle real quick, Bobby. I'll be back in like 20 seconds.
All
Hey,
right,
shouts
all
out
right.
to Sam, bro. Appreciate you.
But nah, technically everyone, you're being played daily. The music is contradicting. Don't I'm not gonna say don't. Next time you're listening to music, especially one person, say this, let's get a mainstream person. Chris Brown is a good example. Chris Brown has all started out saying you're supposed to love women no matter what they do, this, and this. Then later on down the line, you got Rihanna in his life who is a clear good example of breaking men down because she's born in a certain month and we just have intellect. She's born in the same month I'm born in. She's a Pisces. So that's a natural thing for her to be intuitive like that. She broke Chris Brown down to show y'all at the end of the day, most people who are putting on the front, if you get them in a certain area enough, they'll show you who they really are. And then once Rihanna started getting in Chris Brown's head, you start to hear his music switch. It went from love to cheating. Next thing you know, when she's being good to him, he'll go back to, oh, you supposed to love her and such and such and such and such. Then the next minute she's hurting him. Then it's going back to women ain't this. Uh, then ain't he the one that said these hoes ain't loyal and shit like
Yeah,
that. But
that was a
Chris Breezy
song.
is supposed to be set for young women. You see what I'm saying? Just like the Jonas Brothers. That shit is creepy. How these grown ass men have Nickelodeon audience and fan bases?
Repeat that last question again for me. But the fan bases.
Like, how are these adult men in their 30s? How is it okay for them to have children fan bases? Like legit children, and they're talking about love, romance, and shit. They're grooming children basically. Because all the stuff that
Oh,
they're saying is not meant for children's ages.
damn, damn, bro, damn. And what? How was the process of that becoming the norm though? Because remember back then it wasn't the norm. It wasn't the norm. Like
Maps. Minor
maps.
attracted people is what they're grooming you for pedophiles. That's what the name they're gonna give pedophile maps. People who are minor attractive people who are attracted to people underage. And all these celebrities who are under investigation connected to Jeffrey Epstein, this is why they're pushing grooming so fast. This is why you see same sex. This is why you can get same sex men in California to make a video say they're coming for your children
Oh
and
yeah, I
put that
remember
on
that.
national TV and no one blinks an eye. The FBI don't go after them for kitty porn. None of that happens because on a global scale, the people who are doing the most demonic stuff know. This is a great example. Y'all see how y'all nights are turning into days? Daylight saving times is a biblical prophecy and a spiritual prophecy that your days are going to turn into nights. The more and more that time keeps going and jumping back, and it does it again, it's going to start getting dark at 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Then your nights have turned into days, and your days have turned into nights. And what is it going to do? It's inverting your eye frame back, so everything that was hidden in the dark can be brought to the light.
Nah, keep going, Bobby. You good?
No, I don't want to get too deep, and then I'm glad that I'm getting at a chance. I don't learn how to show everybody like my main, you know what I'm saying, how I'm really going about this. So I don't want to like overdo it, and I also want people to feel like if they have something they want to ask, I'll give them time to like ask the question or something like that. That's all.
That's love right there, man. That's love. Hey, so do you want anybody in the chat want to come up and speak to Bobby Cash or want to like say our piece in the situation real quick? We're gonna keep it on subject though. Shouts out to Mo Facts, the mentor.
Shout out,
Definitely
Mo.
gonna keep it on subject. I don't want nobody to come here just this ain't no Clash of Clans or what's them damn new games they be calling. As soon as you come up in here, it's like Royal Rumble fight night. Nah, we ain't on that. Nah. Let me see what's in the chat. I'm gonna drop the invitation code anyway though. But yeah, I appreciate you for taking that pause and everything because it's so fluid now. Shouts out to Carla for sharing this on Facebook
Right.
Live. Appreciate it.
And everybody, like, I'm gonna let everybody know there's everybody's not gonna be able to wake up. So if your spirit is drawing to want you to learn life more on a higher spiritual level, that's God talking to you. Please follow that. Take your time to sit down and see how positive your mind is wanting to stroke your intellect. Like God actually talks to people. And if you sit down, like the days you be like, why not just want to run the streets and be around everybody? That's God telling you, sit still. I have something stored for you if you just listen and follow your curiosity down this learning rabbit hole so I can show you who you are intellectually.
Hey, man. Another air horn for that, man.
I'm serious. People want to repeat their phases. It's like everybody who done went through these club and street phases at 16 and 15 are trying to redo it again. Like if they like we didn't do it right last time, let's do it right this time. Not seeing it that God is showing them the test that you're failing. You're trying to relive your teenage years. You're not grown-ups anymore. Being grown is a height requirement. You got that part out the way. Now it's time for you to be grown adults, not grown-ups. To be grown is a height requirement. Being an adult is a mind frame and a lifestyle.
And I see Beezy in the comments. He said, "Why you think the court system make decisions for your child?"
You sign your children over to the court system. As soon as you sign that birth certificate, it says informant on it for a reason. Informant, exactly what it means. You tell on your child for being brought into this planet. Birth certificate, soon as you sign it, you're saying, I don't know how to take care of my child. So anytime you want to, you can come and do whatever you want to under my child, because birth certificates didn't exist until exploitation in the late 16th century, when they needed a way to keep a track on all the black people who lost their heritage, in order for everybody to know who was doing what, where, when, and how.
Hold on. I did not know that. That kind of remind me of the organs of police officers and stuff. Damn, I didn't know that. I'm about to look that in.
Hey,
Damn.
look up right now. Look up birth certificate and boat shipment document. They look exactly the same.
Got you right now. Birth certificate and what?
And boat shipment document. I think I've made a little video of it on my Instagram page one day.
My hearing bad. So you said birth certificate and boat shipment document?
Yeah, doc certifications.
Some boat, like BOAT, boat.
Like a
doc.
shipping boat, a cargo containment ship.
Okay, boat ship docs. Okay, got you. And just go to images.
Yep, and the birth certificate and that should look exactly the same. And if you can't find it on there, I know I made a video of it on my YouTube because I sent it to AO because he was wanting to tell people about how you can look at cities as certain shit. Look, it's a birth certificate. It's the same thing.
I'm gonna try to blow it up real quick, and I'm trying to click on one real quick.
It's the same thing, just got different shit in different areas.
That's a birth record.
Different.
That's a birth record right there. So we going to the hold on, give me a second. Handbook for issuing Pennsylvania boat registrations. Oh, okay, I get you talking about. Yeah,
it's the same thing.
Right
Because
here, birth certificate, and it's the boat dog thing right here.
let me
So
tell y'all how they word things over here. When your mother is at birth, leave that picture up, leave all this up, because they're gonna need this. When your mother goes to the birth, she goes to the dock. Now, when a child is born, a child is considered maritime sea product because it is coming out of her birth canal, which is water. Now, when you unload a dock, when you unload at the dock with shipment, you need a certificate of manifestation, just like you need a certificate of manifestation for that child, because you need to know what weight it came in, what color it came in, how many fingers it had, if the TV worked or not, and so forth. It is the same shit.
hey, that's facts right there. I left it up too so they could see it. And we got some new people, newcomers coming up in here. Shouts out to y'all. You're definitely holding it down. That's
Your
something that
stock,
I
your
was,
birth certificate, your stock,
yeah.
that number at the bottom, you can Google right now if y'all have your birth certificate, human stock exchange, and put your number in it. It'll tell you your net worth.
I had, damn, hold on. You got to slow down now, right there. You got to slow down now because I got my birth certificate on me. And
Don't do it
yeah,
while we on this
no,
live.
no, 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 no,
They'll
no.
shut your
I'm
shit
definitely,
down.
I'm not doing it at all until behind, until I'm by myself type stuff. But you had said it too fast. Hold on, say it again slowly though. Say birth
The
certificate and what?
numbers, those numbers on your birth certificate at the bottom of the paper, that's a stock number. That's a stock exchange number. If you put in human stock exchange and put in those numbers after it on Google, you will pop up. They once money goes out, you're put up to be traded for humans. Humans are to be traded next.
Oh, so they do got a human stock exchange. I mean, but this is information that is like, buried behind. You know what I'm saying? Like how you could just do a quick Google search and it'd be like 4 websites that you could click on. That's not
Yep.
really. Mofax do thorough research, and he like same thing with you. Y'all compare. Oh, I got some research from here, and I got some research from there. What are the odds about it, similarities, and everything? That's actually some deep, thorough research. So, shouts out to y'all for that.
Man, that's how I see shit in life. Like as I look around, I kid you not, I don't look at cars as cars. Like I can look at a car and be like, there's a certain type of molecule that makes that door. There's another certain type of molecule that glues those molecules together. The paint that's on that car is made from another certain type of two molecules that stick together. And then knowing on top of that, none of that stuff is technically touching each other because nothing actually touches itself or touches anything here. It is a sheer vibration that picks it up or moves it along.
Hey,
So I don't see things as trees and shit like that. I see it as information. I know the tree is alive, but the only difference is its consciousness is different. While I'm breathing out dirty air, it's breathing out clean air for me at the end of the day. So our souls interact with each other.
so hey, hey, this is where I ran out of all like questions. It's like this is the part where I be quiet and I just keep listening right there. You're not
Nah,
going
nah, this is
overboard or
why
nothing. You're
I have
doing good.
learned from great people who have helped me a lot. This is where you calm it down at because you only want to feed people spoonfuls at a time, let them digest, and then as the day go forward, as time go forward, you give them more and more. So I just want to be thankful. I can cut it off right here, and I thank everybody who tuned in. But the mind of Bobby Cash has been set here for a certain few people to get this elixir. And it's not my way, it's the y'all's way, it's Yahshua's way. Because there's no such thing as Jesus to us, there's Yahshua. And at the end of the day, I know that the people called black women are the highest divine order in its land. But your divine order does not come from your body. It comes from a type 1 intellectual mentality. And that's the only way we can fucking win. And I don't mean win as against white people. I mean win as building a small nation. So if something happened to us amongst this chaos, your children don't have to worry about being killed by somebody because they don't want to pick a side.
Oh, okay, I like that. I like how you said that with the nation thing. Hey,
Yeah, my nation don't have colorism in it. Because I know how that spectrum works. I know it's an ideology. So once you come out of your color phases or want to come out your color, no matter if you call yourself white, black, or brown, blue, whatever that shit, you have a nation to go to because God didn't set shit up in colors. He set shit up in beings that can come back home. That's all it is.
So I'm gonna just go. Yeah, this is where I get kind of overloaded right here because I remember with the autobiography book of Malcolm X when he had took that trip to, I forgot what was the
Africa.
country. Was it?
He went to Africa. He went to certain parts of Africa. He said, I went over there and noticed that there are people who look just like white people and dark skinned people who have blonde hair and blue eyes, just as those that you call evil over here. He said, you have all been deceived to think that these people are nothing like you when at the end of the day, they're from the same place, just a different region.
You know that was not going to work during that time, Bobby. Come on, now. Hold on, Bobby.
Yeah, because Martin Luther King was
You,
trying to get his swirl on and at the same time using black people to do it.
all right, we're gonna stop right there, man, because we're just gonna stop right there. But yeah, man, like you getting hella better, Bobby, for real. Like you definitely every time you getting better. Like you hitting all the right points. You got like right now, I wrote down some notes, so I got definitely you know do some research on my own to see it.
But
I ain't
y'all
gonna
help
say
me
too
though.
much.
Y'all don't understand that since I've been here, the only thing that's helped me like keep doing this and keep knowing that it's my purpose are the people who notice that something's wrong while you're here. And the fact that I can go ahead and connect the dots for you, once I start connecting dots, you are a leader now. All I can do is talk to you with the intellect and the purpose that you was born with. There's no more looking at you as if you're just a learner. You're also a teacher and a learner now. And I want everybody to know that I'm the same thing. I'm a teacher as well as a learner still.
Hey, facts right there, man. Facts.
But I ain't gonna lie, I have to go because I got I gotta take care of that behind the scenes thing we were talking about earlier. But I wanted to
Yes, sir.
let you know that I've been pushing no matter what's been given to me because let me let y'all know once y'all start on this positive road, the devil's gonna hit you every day. I mean, every second he gonna try you with something to see if you fold like a beach chair. So buckle up, buttercups, because this shit ain't no soft ride, but it's worth it. God got you. As long as you can be like, I'm going into this with God on my God backing me, and I know that there are people who are intellectually like me, no weapon against you will prosper. I promise you. Just don't lose. Don't let your flesh take over. Do not react how the flesh would. Enlighten your spirit and let yourself be peaceful when your flesh think it's conflict and use wisdom.
I appreciate you very much, my brother Bobby. And
But
this
I'm
ain't
gonna
gonna be the
head out of
last
here,
time.
Grump. I
Yes, sir.
appreciate it. I gotta go get that situation. I ain't trying to just dip out on you like that, but I just want to take care of that situation.
Yeah, we good. We just had hit that hour and a half almost mark, so that's good enough right there, man. Appreciate it, dog.
But
We good.
everybody who popped up, I love y'all. Grump and Mo Facts, I appreciate all the help, and I'll talk to you all later.
All right, till next time, man. All right, I appreciate y'all, man. Definitely. MoFax, I'm about to share on MoFax Live on the community YouTube channel. I'm gonna be over there. Yeah, yes, of course. Yes, yes. You know what? Yes. Hold on real quick. Yes, yes. I'm gonna be on both. I'm being on both. Okay. I'm being on both. I'm being on the MoFax one and I'm being on the Predator one. Okay. Just let y'all know that. So I'm about to get off here right now. Y'all don't know. Matter of fact, let me pull up the MoFax thing. Play something in the background real quick just to get it. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. All right, so we pretty much got it. Hold on. I'm about to go ahead and show MoFax thing real quick. So, and I'm gonna drop the link in the comments too, because that's gonna be like within 22 minutes, I think. Let me share the screen real quick. That's what I'm about to do. All right, boom, boom, boom. There's MoFax right here as we speak. Disregard that video right there. I was trying to use that as a reference. When Bobby was, don't think I'd be listening to that. You know what I'm saying? All right, this is MoFax right here. You know what I'm saying? We about to go ahead and drop the link to his live that's about to come up. We go to community channel. Oh yeah, he looked out on my, yep. Oh dang, on both of them, back to back. Dang, back to back. Well, let me see. Let me try to see if I can find like the upcoming show. Give me a second. All right, here it is. This is the upcoming show right here. I'm about to drop the link in the chat so y'all could definitely join. It should be starting at 8 p.m. I believe. 8 p.m. Boom, there y'all go. Appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, man. So yeah. See you soon. That boy said Grumpy's on deck. Hey man, you probably done. Hey, you done gave birth to something, man, Miguel. You gave birth to something, to a brand for real. Because I was thinking about that apparel right there. You know, you might have to do me like how Oprah be saying I want 20%. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, man. All right, man. I'm out though. I dropped MoFax link in the chat, and yeah, till next time, man. I appreciate y'all. Oh snap! Hold on. Okay, happy. All right, everybody. Today is Carla's daughter's 9th birthday. Happy birthday to your daughter, Carla. 9 years old. Amazing. That's amazing right there. I appreciate it again because I did nothing, brother. I'm just supporting. Yeah, you creating ideas, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, happy birthday to your daughter, though. Dang, that's a day after Thanksgiving? Oh, I know you be busy. I know you be busy, Carla. That's like having a birthday before and after Christmas, you know. Okay, she said thank you. That's what's up, y'all. I appreciate all the support and all the love. Please hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Please. I almost damn had stutter mouth for trying to say hit that like button. Hit the like button and please do value for value. You know what I'm saying? I got the Patreon in the link tree. It's free right now, but I do like how MoFax said we do value for value. So it's like if you feel as though that was value from the content that I had given to you, just please send some value back our way. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Wishing her health, happiness, peace of mind. Yep, man, I got 5 6 kids now. See you soon. All right, see y'all soon. Yeah, value for value, y'all. The link tree. It's in the dang chat. I'm about to drop it again before I hop off real quick because it's only gonna be like a 5-minute break, probably like get some water or something. But we up in here. Hold on, give me a second. I'm about to drop it right now. The link tree, because it got everything in the link tree. It got everything. It got the PayPal, it got the Cash App, it got the Twitter, it got the TikTok. Even though I don't be on TikTok like that, they got. You need to get on podcast 2.0, Grump. 2.0. Hold on, you put me on game. You need to get on podcast 2.0. Hey, holla at me behind the scenes, Miguel, about that 2.0. You know what I'm saying? For real. Or you probably talk about the metaverse or something. I don't know. I'm just making assumptions. Just hit me up on the back end. All right, so that right there, I'm gonna pin it to the top of the chat. That's the link tree. Till next time, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm out, man.